This is so strange. I feel like I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial in forever, so I am just all over the place. The amount of times I've tried to film this intro is absurd. So you know what? Let's just do this, okay? Today I'm gonna be trying my best to recreate this makeup look I saw on Doja Cat for the Grammys by Ernesto Casillas. Oh my lord, it is just breathtaking. Like, ever since I saw this, I was like, oh my god, I want to try this out so bad. And it just has taken me forever. Oh my god, I'm just obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. But yeah, he had posted all the makeup details, which is so greatly appreciated. This whole makeup look was done using Pat McGrath. I don't own any Pat McGrath. You know, I'm gonna make do with what I got. So, ooh, I'm so excited. I really hope this works. I also haven't done like full-on eyeshadow in months. Okay, that's a little dramatic, but it's been a hella long time, okay? So I am just, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm going to start with the E.L.F. Putty Eye Primer because I want something that's going to block out my lids and give a nice, smooth, even base for the shadow. I think I'm mainly going to be using the Blushing Berries palette from Dose of Colors, but I do have a few other palettes just to dip into. Starting with this light rose shade. I'm placing this on that outer corner and creating that soft wing. Then I'm going to begin to pull that shadow right up into the crease and bring it all the way to the opposite side, pulling that right up in that inner corner. So I'm going to dip into the NYX Brights eyeshadow palette and take this like bubblegum pink. I'm just going right over that initial shade we placed down. I'm just going to take a clean brush and swoop right over the edges of that shadow. I'll probably be doing this just all throughout the eye look, just to make sure I'm keeping everything very soft and blown out. Then I'm going to go in with this little tiny brush, similar to that of like a pencil brush, but yeah, I just want something a little more precise to get up into that crease and outer V, because I'm gonna start doing this like deeper purple. So I feel like this will help me do that, and then I'll go back in with those first brushes and buff it all out. It's really taking my time and going back and forth between adding more shadow and blending it out, just because I want to build up that intensity, but I don't want it to look like super harsh lines. Like, I just want it to all blend into one another. I'm gonna do a very soft cut crease just to clean up the lid space because I got kind of crazy. For the lid, it kind of looks like a really light, almost like pale pink. So I'm gonna kind of mix a few shades to try to get that type of tone. I'm gonna dip into the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay and take this matte like bone color, and then I'm gonna mix that with the shadow I used from the NYX palette. Okay, so now I need something that's gonna give me this like glossy, wet look on the lid. I know what I have, but it's not available anymore, but it might just work for this look. It's this Colourpop shadow in Birthday Wish. It's one of their Super Shocks. They had done this as like their year anniversary of whatever, and I feel like this is kind of what's happening on the lid, but I don't know. I'll mix that in with some of the shade Fossil from that Wilderness palette because that's a beautiful shadow and it also gives kind of that same effect. You know, we're just using a thousand palettes today, okay? Sorry. Something like that. Kinda. I don't know. I don't have anything similar to that like texture and look. I just, I'm trying. All right, I'm gonna add the smallest amount of black shadow right in that outer corner, just to help deepen it up a bit. I'm gonna move on to Complexion because I feel like we're in a good place with the eyes and I want to finish them off once I have the rest of my face done. Picked up the Power Grip Primer, and shall we try it? Because everyone seems to love this. I also own the E.L.F. Mint Melt Cooling Primer, and I thought that these were kind of going to be similar, but it almost feels like it's a bit easier to move around on the skin. Like, it's not like pooling as much. It does feel a little more hydrating. So now I'm going to take a combination of the MILANI Conceal and Perfect Foundation and the AURIC Glow Lust. I feel like this is going to give an overall even complexion, but also have that luminosity come through with the Glow Lust. Now going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal. Just adding this all over the face. Honestly, that primer is like doing it. Like the products are laying really nice on top. Moving on to cream contour and bronzer, I'm taking the Putty bronzer from E.L.F. in the shades Honey Drip and Bronzed Belle. Best believe I'm gonna go in with another layer of concealer because bright under eyes. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. I'm also placing a bit in the center of the forehead, down that bridge. I'm taking a pressed powder to begin setting the face. We are gonna bronze up the skin. I kind of want to use like this big old brush. This is the E.L.F. Flawless Face Brush. I used to use this all the time for bronzer. Let's take the E.L.F. highlighting brush and let's kind of see what this does with contour. I feel like it's gonna be good to really get up in there. God damn. I was like, there's my cheekbone. I'm taking the E.L.F. blush brush and the E.L.F. Primer Infused blush in Always Rosy. I don't actually think I've ever used this brush for blush, but let's see how it does. Okay, highlight. So it looks a little frosty. Don't really have something like that. So I'm gonna take more of like a rose gold. Looks like there's a very light layer on the cheek. So let's do that. Oh my god, I haven't added highlight in such a long time to these areas. I'm gonna take that same highlight and add that in the inner corners and just a little on the brow bone. Okay, let's finish off the under eyes. So I think I'll do a mix of the deep purple and the light. Can't really tell what color liner is on the waterline, so maybe I'll just go in with a brown. Let's curl these lashes. Oh my god, they have so much shadow on them. Trying to be very, very careful with this. I really don't want to get it on the shadow. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry and I'll put lashes on after, but in the meantime, let's do the lips. It's a nude, can't complain. I'm almost out of this LA Girl liner in Keep It Spicy, but let's see if it will give me something. I'm gonna take a nude that's a little deeper to give a bit of a contour to the lips. Going in with NYX Abu Dhabi, and then on top of that, I'm adding Champagne Glam from E.L.F. Okay, let me go ahead and add some lashes and I will be right back. Here is the final result. Look, it definitely does not look anything like the actual makeup look. I feel like I say that every time I try to recreate someone's look. It's just because like the talent that these people have is just out of this world. But overall, I mean like the actual makeup look, I think it's really cute. Like, I dig it. Yeah. That's all. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I really hope my septum wasn't all messed up for that intro, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. This hair is not really translating the way I wanted it to, but it's fine. We're just gonna let it do its thing. We're making moves. We're still going. This has taken me such a long time, but that's okay.